Welcome everyone to another Tech Nerd Tip. Today we're going to be discussing stars and quick links in Google's Gmail. So we can see the stars in Gmail to the left of the sender ID. When we click on it, it becomes a yellow star, and when we click on it again, it becomes hollow. We can do this in any location, and we'll find all our stars in the starred section in our sidebar. However, there's only a yellow star by default, but we can choose different colored stars or different types of stars by going to the settings and adding them. The settings are found in the settings gear in the top right and in the settings option. In the General tab, if we scroll down approximately halfway, we'll find the stars section. There's a not in use and an in use row. We can drag stars from the not in use row to the in use row, and that would activate the stars. There's also presets right above these two rows that we could choose as well. When you drag stars from the not in use row to the in use row, it does matter what order that you drag them in. And once they're in the in use row, you're also able to rearrange them as necessary. It is a little bit finicky, as you can see, but the rearranging is pretty simple. There's a save at the bottom that we'll go ahead and click. Now, in order to star an email, if we click the star multiple times, it will cycle through the different stars that we've chosen in the order that we have ordered them in the settings. When we find a star type that we want, if we wait a couple seconds and then click it again, it will then turn off the star. Other things to note is that if I'm in the email, the star is right beside the reply button, and I can do the exact same thing. And it will be visible in the message list or in the email itself. Other things to note is that you can start individual emails in a conversation thread, which is different than that of labels, where you would label the entire thread itself. Going back to the inbox, a few additional things is that when we go to the starred section in the sidebar, the downside is that you would see all the stars without them being separated by the star type. This is where we want to enable a lab in Gmail called Quick Links, which will allow us to save what the star is. In the address field, there is the ability to search for an individual star through Google's advanced search operators. If you haven't seen the video about advanced search, go ahead and click the annotation on the screen to get caught up with that. I will be typing in the advanced search operator for the red exclamation point, which is #red-bang. And there I can now see I just have the one star visible. I could type this in every single time, or I can enable the quick links Google Lab in order to save these searches so that they are clickable links instead of having to type them in the search field every single time. In order to enable Google Labs, I first must go into Settings, and in Settings there's a tab called Labs. It's the third from the right, and in there I'm looking for the Lab Quick Links. I do want to note that this section does say that these are experimental features and they do change, break, or disappear from time to time. I usually see that a lot of them just get integrated into the Google system. So we're going to scroll down alphabetically, we're going to find Quick Links, and we're going to enable it and scroll to the bottom and save change. When we do this, we will now see ellipses at the bottom left corner beside our Google Hangouts, where there is now Gadgets. If we go ahead and click on that, we will be able to see our Quick Links. We can then add a link, and it's going to start by saving whatever's in the search field, and then we can give it a name. Right now we haven't searched for anything, so it's just an inbox. I can now go ahead and search for the #red bang, and then click on the add quick link, and in here I can now see that it's searching for the red bang, and I can now rename it. So I'm going to say that's red exclamation mark. So here you see that I am in this search, so I'm going to go to the inbox, and then I am going to click on the red exclamation mark link, and there I'm back at this particular search. This does work for any type of search, so I can even do things like have more complicated searches and save them. For example, if I want to see all my emails in my financials and in Project One, All I have to do is first do the advanced search by copying the search field for project 1 and then going back to financials and pasting it in the search field. So now that I've done this, it's going to only find emails that have both project 1 and financials as labels. I can now add this as a quick link and then have it as project 1 financials and then hit OK. Once I do this, I will now have a link for this particular search and I can now call up these emails whenever needed. So that will then make being able to organize my emails in complex searches much easier. With that, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can take a look at some of the annotations on your screen for other tutorials about how to use Gmail more efficiently. Thank you all so much for watching again. Until next time, keep teching on.